week on the air. So you can see, we're getting our storefront set up nicely. We're mostly unpacked. We have product up on the shelves. Tarot cards, books, incense, stones, mini spells, all kinds of things. And we have a schedule of classes and events taking place here in the storefront. A few days ago, we had our first class. This was a class by Lady Krystel on how to connect with your spirit guides.
A lot of people think it's hard to connect with your guides, but it isn't. They are as anxious to connect with you as you are to connect. They've been trying to get through on your life.
A few days ago, our good friend Lady Bitterwind came by. Lady Bitterwind is the first elder of the Correllian tradition, and she spoke with us about the upcoming lustration ceremony and about her role as first elder of tradition.
As a first elder, I see my role as being a conduit for the spirituality that you and Don have, which is pretty much, you know, a higher level than your average person can reach.
Okay.
So to bring it down to the world, try to make it more worldly so the world can understand you, because you're a little higher up than most people can reach on the spiritual level. As simple as that. Hierarchy, hey, we are us.
You're going to give me a big head there.
Okay.
So, down to specifics. How is that expressed in the actual ritual of the lustration? What do you do physically, and what does it mean?
I speak for ancestors, which is a lower level of spirituality than what you and Don, who are speaking for gods, on. Again, I'm trying to bring it down to where people can relate. And ancestors are the closest relationships they are reaching up toward. Now, if they've already reached spirituality, they don't need you, you know. But in the efforts, people have a tendency to think of their past, of the people that they stand on the shoulders of to reach upwards. So I speak for ancestors in the illustration as bringing it down again toward the earth, toward the people in the earth. A conduit.
Okay. Lady Virginia. I know in illustrations where Lady Bitterwind isn't able to get in, that you take her role in illustration. And what are your thoughts on that role?
Well, my thoughts are, you know, like she said, the ancestors. And you use the Book of Life, you know, let everybody know about the Book of Life and people that are in it and, you know, what it represents.
So tell me, what is the Book of Life, who is in it, and what does it represent?
The Book of Life is everyone that is in the Correllian tradition, and it represents the Correllian themselves, you know. So we know in this book it has everybody that is in the tradition, deceased, whatever. We are all in it. So, and it just represents our tradition. And like I said, I'm going to do the herald. I've never been the herald, but I've always done Jenny's part every time I do it. So this is something I have to learn, what I have to do. So.
Learning experience. Okay, now physically, I know that you bring the water. Now, physically, what do you do? You bring the water, what do you do? Walk me through this.
All right. Basically, I bring the water to Don to be blessed. I basically say why the water is sacred.
And that's because?
Well, for 3 reasons. One, for the fact that water is life-giving. By its nature, it's life-giving. Second, it's by sacred because God or Goddess, whoever you engendered life on earth through water. It's the womb of sacredness. And third, by our actions in making it a holy item of the tradition, we are acknowledging its sacredness and its life-giving properties into the future, as well as the past and the present, you see. So for 3 reasons it's sacred. And you say that, and lo, this is sacred water, blessed Holy Spirit, imbue it, you know. And then you spread it to the four quarters and to all your Correllian brothers and sisters as a flowing fruit of the Holy Spirit that you are engendering into the water and that we're spreading out.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any more thoughts about the lustration and being the first elder? What has it meant to you through the years to have this position?
It's been a thrill, of course, and it's also been a little bit of a burden because you never really feel like you're doing the job you really think you should be doing, if you know what I mean. You want to do the best you can, and you do the best you can, but you always feel like, hey, I'm falling short. Here I am trying to speak for Spirit, and it's not coming through right. Hello? You know, it's been a joy. It's been a combination of sister and brotherhood that has added joy to my life. It's been, like I say, a bit of a burden in the fact that you feel like you are not doing as good a job as you somehow should be doing if you're trying to speak for higher things. And it's a part of my life. Hello.
Thank you. That is. Lady Virginia. What are your feelings about your experiences when you had that role?
Well, when I had that role, in the beginning I really felt honored because I was doing it for Lady Bitterwind and being there in that part. I was, I felt a greatness because Dawn had asked me to do it, and it really made me feel good. I knew I couldn't do it as good as she could, but I did the best I could.
Everybody's feeling that.
We always enjoy it when Lady Bitterwind comes by. In part 2 of our episode, we bring you an interview I did some time ago with Michelle Belanger, the noted author and musician. I hope you'll stay tuned for that.